Hello, everyone. Susan Gerbeck from Psychics Explained. It's a cold day over here. Well, in California, it's cold. Probably not to most of you guys out there. Um, we have rain, which is really great. 1 or 2 days less watering for me. Yeah, I know. I live in a very strange place. Anyway, thought I'd share with you guys. I got another email from Matt Fraser. Been interesting. Um, I get messages from all the time. Of course, they're always personalized, and they're going to my Susan Gerbeck account. Um, yet, you know, so I thought I'd share this with you because this is just so touching. I feel so seen. Let me show you. All right, let's look at this. Susan, uh, you know, he always puts it in all caps too, because I'm so special. I know how disappointing it can feel when you've attended a reading and didn't receive a message. You might even wonder, did my loved one forget about me? Please don't lose hope. Spirit works in divine timing, not ours. Don't lose hope. Try again, right? When you don't get read during a live or online event, it doesn't mean your loved one isn't with you. It simply means the message wasn't ready yet. Uh-huh. In heaven, communication happens through energy, emotion, and timing. Some souls need to learn how to come through clearly, while others wait for the perfect moment, one that will touch your heart the most. Over the years, I've seen people attend multiple events before their loved one finally came through. And when they did, it was life changing. The message always came with perfect timing and validation that was never random. Never. That's why I encourage you to try again. Every reading is different. Every group has unique energy. And every time spirit shows up in their own way, the more open you are, the easier becomes for them to reach you. Here's the next online reading events, dates. If you've never been before, your next experience could be the one where everything changes, where you finally hear your loved one's voice come through from heaven. Tap here to reserve your spot now. Trust the timing. Believe, believe in the connection, and never stop showing up for the love that connects you. Matt Fraser, America's top psychic comedian. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's just so fun to be special in his life. He thinks so highly of me. So anyway, fascinating, right? So the thing that cracks me up is the more open you are, the easier it becomes for them to reach you. In other words, if you don't think about it too much and you kind of just let it happen, well, then maybe they'll have a better chance of reaching out to you. Uh-huh. And, every reading is different. Every group, it sounds like we're doing some kind of, like it's I don't know, a lottery scam or something like that. Just keep playing. Just keep playing. And then maybe eventually we'll be able to get that. We'll be able to find your loved one because they're eventually going to have time to come in and be with you or something. I mean, come on. Yet he still gets viewers. People still go. They still think he's the real deal. I love that they always say that same phrase, real deal. Where did you get that real deal phrase from? I hear it all the time. So I'm looking now to see what these are. Online group readings, undeniable proof of life after death. Undeniable, if you get a reading. Excuse me. It doesn't hurt if he selected you for your reading that you might have some social media he was able to find when he booked your appointment. Just saying, Matt, that's how I would do it if I was doing it. If I had no ethics, that's how I would do it. Just exactly like that. All right, they're $27, and that includes the $5 convenience fee. So you got what? let's get our little calculator out here. All right, calculator. All right, let's see. $22 because he doesn't keep the $5. The company that he's using charges that. So if you have 300 people on your call, that's $6,600. Do you think he claims it on his taxes? $6,600. And we're talking how much time? It is, I think it's a couple hours. I don't know. It doesn't really say. It says it starts at 8 p.m. I guess that's, I don't know. Is that local? Is that Eastern time? Is that a little late? So if it's a couple hours, so $3,300 an hour. And who do you have to pay? I mean, realistically, what is your overhead? Because the website you're using is charging $5, and that's not included in your $6,600. So they're getting paid for collecting your money. Okay, so he's probably got somebody who's writing his emails for him. What could that possibly run? I don't know, not a lot. And he's got two of them, October 21st and October 28th listed on here. And then when I go to the website, they've got the 21st, 28th, and the 30th on here. Oh my gosh, his mom is going to be there. His mom will be there. Dual mediumship readings. Is she also a medium? OMG. Of course, because it runs in the family. So he says here on his website, so secure your spot by registering online. Space is limited. Yeah, I bet. Once you're registered, you'll receive an email with your unique Zoom login details. You know why it's unique? So you can't just hand it off to your friend. So he has to get paid. So if you want to show up, you got to pony up the $27. $22 for him. All right. On the day of the event, connect from anywhere using your smartphone, tablet, or computer. No Zoom subscriptions needed. We don't want to miss anybody. At the start of the event, Matt will invite participants to click the raise hand button on the screen if they'd like a reading. Wonder if that's how it works. Because I would think it would be all raised hands. During the event, you'll be able to see Matt on your screen as he connects with the spirit world. If you're selected for a reading, not that your loved one is telling him that they're there for you and they want to have the reading right now, right? You'll be able to see, okay, if you're selected for the reading, your camera will turn on. In other words, you're going to be all blacked out for the whole time, I guess. And you'll be live, L-I-V-E in capital letters, with Matt as he delivers messages from your loved ones. If you prefer not to receive a reading, you can simply sit back and enjoy the shared experience. Oh, like I am with my snuggly sweater on this cool day. So together we'll connect with the other side together. Learn through each other's readings and share in the powerful emotions and healing messages that come through. Now that's really odd because he said in the email he sent to me, the personalized email he sent to me, is that, lots of people come to these readings and they never get a reading. I mean, if you've got 300 people there and you're only going to be there for an hour or so, and you've got your intro and then you got your outro and then you're doing like 10 minutes per person. So I mean, maybe 10 people get read in that time, maybe less, 8 people out of the 300. So your odds are better than lottery, I guess. No. It says here, together we'll connect with the other side. So according to the email he sent me, he says that your loved one has to be ready. Their soul has to be ready to give you the reading. So not everybody is ready for that. So it's not when you decide, Susan, in all caps, not when you decide So why does he say when you show up, if you want a reading, put your hand up on Zoom? Because isn't that defeating the purpose? Aren't we supposed to be waiting for the spirits to know when they're ready to be able to reach out to Matt and say their time is now and they want, right? I mean, I don't know. Is it me? Because that don't make a lot of sense to me. He's telling me one thing and then now on the website telling me another thing. And also, I think, I thought, and I haven't gone to one of these online ones with Matt. Maybe I should. Or I should send somebody. What I thought was going on is what most mediums do is they say, I'm getting somebody who's coming through whose name starts with an A and they died recently and it's a mother figure. And, in other words, they they already know where they're going to go with their reading because they already know who it is that they're going to read if they're hot reading. And so what happens is then you get people in the chat going back and forth, back and forth. Oh, it's my grandmother Alice. She died 3 years ago. Oh no, it's my aunt Antoinette who died 6 months ago. And they go back and forth, back and forth. And then Matt will zero in on the person that he's actually wanted to read in the first place. So if that's how he does it, then that's kind of silly that he's saying, put your hand up. And if you want a reading. Now, maybe he does because he can cold read. He's a good cold reader. So maybe what he's doing is he's just letting people put their hands up and then he just goes through. Maybe he's like somebody is doing some research on the names that are on the screen. It'd be interesting to see if the people who get readings are the ones that have the most unusual spelling of names, so it's easy to find their social media, or possibly they are possibly he's just doing cold readings, and it could be a combination of both. So if he's got somebody helping him, assisting him by doing some looking up, then of course he's going to have to probably pay them. Unless it's his mom. I wonder if he has to pay his mom. Okay, I clicked on how long is the event. It says it's 90 minutes from start to finish. Anybody over 18 years old can go. Will Matt be able to see me? Yes! Exclamation point. And so will the rest of the audience if you're selected for a reading. As long as your computer or phone has a microphone or camera, Matt will be able to see and hear you. Can my family and friends attend with me? I have a feeling the answer is no. No, I've seen them attend with Matt. Some of the other psychics are like, no, because it'll be confusing to the spirit. Yes, he says your friend or family can attend as long as you're on the same computer. If they'd like to join from a different location, they need to pay. You'll need to purchase additional event passes. You can add up to 5 passes per event. In other words, $22 each, plus the $5. Emailed to you after okay, simply. What can I expect from attending? You can expect the same experience of being at a Matt Fraser live in-person show. And let me tell you, those are a big yawn. I've been to a few. And everybody afterwards goes, oh, thank you, Matt. God, I feel so good. I had a little cry, just like I just came out of a rom-com. Or you could just watch a rom-com and have the same feeling, right? A little tear, remembering. Instead, you will be part of the online audience with Matt in the comfort of your own home with your comfort sweater. Maybe even have a kitty cat or a puppy with you. All right. How could I get a reading during the seminar? What's the seminar now? Guests will be able to press a button here, huh? Labeled raise hand that tells Matt they would like to get a reading. Matt will then read the guests he feels drawn to. All right. Can he do readings over the phone and internet? Yes, absolutely. I can do readings anywhere. He's given many readings online. Now, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Right? I mean, okay. recently he just read Jenny McCarthy via satellite during a live broadcast. During satellite? What is that? During satellite? I mean, who says that anymore? That's where his idea actually came from. No, no, Matt, everybody's doing that. Especially people were doing it whenever COVID hit because we weren't meeting each other in person. You remember that COVID stuff that worldwide pandemic that ruined economies, killed millions, and you didn't mention ahead of time? Remember that, Matt? Okay. Will everyone get a reading from Matt? Just like a live show, you have to gamble that you'll get a reading. And please make sure that you have a very unusual name on your screen. Matt will pick you and do a nice little thing on you as we go. Not everyone will get a reading. Anyway, I'm having a little coughing fit because I have a cold. Anyway, so I thought I'd share my personalized message from him. If somebody wants to go to one of these events, please be in contact with me through my email. I would really appreciate that. And you all take care.